The honourable member for St. John's North.
Mr. Speaker, our teachers and our students took another hit last Friday
Order,
when this
please.
government announced its latest round of teacher cuts. And this comes after last Tuesday's throne speech and the promise to review K-12 education. So it's completely backwards. So I asked the Premier, why are you cutting education before you review the system to see what changes are actually needed?
The Honourable Acting Minister of Education.
Mr. Speaker, I think everybody in the province is well aware of the fiscal situation of the province and the commitment that we would take a look at all things, I guess, related to our budget position. And with respect to education, Mr. Speaker, I'm going to be clear for the people of the province. Our commitment, our value for education, and our unprecedented investment in education, Mr. Speaker, has been a priority for this government, and I can tell you it will not change, Mr. Speaker. What we have done as a result of the exercise, Mr. Speaker, we've added 1 student to grade 4 to 6. We've added 2 students to grade 7 to 9. We've added 3 students to multi-grade classrooms, Mr. Speaker, trying to minimize the impact, Mr. Speaker, while we continue to make investments in education.
The honourable member for St. John's North.
Mr. Speaker, prior to this latest round of teacher cuts, parents and educators were already raising red flags about educational outcomes in this province in math and in other areas. So I asked the minister responsible, has your department assessed what the impact will be on educational outcomes as a result of these latest round of teacher cuts? And if so, can you please table those assessments?
The Honourable Acting Minister of Education.
Mr. Speaker, I acknowledge when I did the announcement, and certainly for my 20 years in the education system, I certainly would contend that any time we see reductions, we obviously have to be concerned about the impacts as well. But, Mr. Speaker, in our role in delivering the education system and how we pay for that education system, there's multiple issues to consider: teacher allocation, special services, student assistance, Mr. Speaker, transportation, infrastructure, curriculum review. All of those aspects make up the entire education system, Mr. Speaker. And the decisions we made here to minimize that impact, recognizing as well there's going to be approximately 200 teachers expected to retire this year, Mr. Speaker, we think we're on a good track, Mr. Speaker, to continue to make the right investments in the full envelope of education, Mr. Speaker.